All right, so we are final show of the Heaven on My Mind start to finish tour. So I thought I would walk you through the setup, what we used, added some new things in, doing some cool new things. So I'll walk you through it. So first off, we have our two computers running Ableton. We have two different sets for this show, but I just load those in intermission, basically switch over to the other one. My main means of controlling it is the LIOBOX here. And so, I can switch songs. On the main page here, see if we can get it to focus. I have play, escape loop, previous, and next. So that's to navigate locators. On the second page here is quantization. So like if we get off, I can press this to change to quarter note, and then I can jump between. And then when I need to go back to 1 bar quantization, I hold that down. This is solo click, that's stop. And then this is my headphone mix or work mix, which just mutes all the main outputs and just goes to a separate mix we have set up in ears for me to edit. And that's really helpful, like when we're making last minute changes, just to tweak and make sure everything's fine. But LIOBOX is great, and I'm running 2 outputs. I'm skipping the Play Audio 1U and just doing those directly to each computer. And then I also have the Oakboard Slide Duo. This is just set up just for these 2 faders right now. Eventually maybe I'll use these guys, but this is just to control cues. And then this is to control all tracks. In case we get off or I need to change something, I can just like kind of smoothly fade that out. This is also connected, just 2 cables to a hub. The connection to both computers is just one Thunderbolt cable here. And then that's going to a hub. It's kind of tucked down in there. It's hard to see where everything's connected. We're using DVS for our audio output here. Let's see if I can show you that. And so there's Dante Virtual Sound Card. And then we're using the Prodigy MC for redundancy. So I'll walk through that in a second. That's kind of all the playback side. We have TalkBack here, Hot Shot. This is just to turn this on and off to go to our ears, which has been helpful. 2 new things we added in on this tour is one, on our previous tour, we did 8 shows with this first piece, but is me changing presets. And so in order to change presets, I'm using the From Studio Stage Sync app. And so this is very much in beta. This is our second run of shows doing this, so it's been used on 16 shows. Tweak the design a little, still have a little bit more to go. But the way this works is, for example, I can press play on this song here. We'll just stop that in a second, but you can see it moves to that song. I'll stop it for now. You see time code stops. But as I scroll down, you can see all the different presets we have programmed for that individual one. All of these presets here that say Tim were programmed by Tim, our music director, in the Bands app. And so he loaded these in on his own, programmed them to the timeline, and I just opened up our set list in Sync, and they were automatically there. So that's kind of what the full screen view of that looks like. You can see all our songs, what we're playing, time code. This has been a huge help. Also, something that's really great is we have a line check feature. So when I turn that on, it's going to cycle through all the presets in this, so I can line check really easily. And that's been a huge help there. So we're running this redundant. And this has been really important because we had a couple shows where we didn't, and I had one show where it came back to bite me. We had a really late load in, and so I just ran into a lot of issues. And so this is running on both machines. I'm controlling, again, both of these using the LIOBOX. Both of them are getting time code. Right now, the way it's getting time code is, let's show you this. So this little track here using the TXL plugin. It's been rock solid. I had some issues with the previous solution. And then I'm using Timecode Expert to send this out the IEC driver. And then I'm sending this one out of the DIN port, and we'll talk about why I'm doing that in a second. This piece, I hope to kind of replace and simplify. But once you set it up, it's great and works really well. But we're running redundant presets, and the way those are redundant is the Play Audio 1U. So I'm not using the 1U for audio, I'm using it for MIDI, and I'm connected to it via USB. And then I can change scenes on it. Let's see if I can reach this here. And when I do that, jump to B, then I'm sending MIDI from the B machine. And then obviously on the A, sending on the A machine. So presets are redundant, which is great. The other thing we'll do, and I'll show you while we're here, is we're also doing Prompter for the first time on this tour. And so I'm using the From Studio Stage Sync app, the lyric side of this for Prompter, and it's been unbelievably awesome. And so we did kind of a redesign for this. This is the first tour using this on, and added some cool new features, which has been really fun. But the way this is working right now is we're getting time code out of our PA1U using MIDI here, and then we're going into, I guess it's right there, going into a audio 4C, and then USB out of this into both of our prompter machines. Right now we've got two cables connecting these. So this is our HDMI out, and then this is our connection to our hub, which is power. It's an audio 4C connection, it's Ethernet. So all these are networked together. And then the way this works is I can jump you to a verse here, okay? And then you'll see there's our words, all right? And so both of those are progressing at the same time. Both are synced to time code, right? Using bands, I uploaded our reference file and auto detected our lyrics there, and then loaded this into the sync app, which is working really well. Now the output of this, these lyrics, again, it's a redundant from both of these machines through the Play Audio 1U, controlling both of those. But then I have both of those going into our ATEM Mini Pro. This is a little messy here, but going into our ATEM Mini Pro. So this is A, that's our B computer. And then I can cut between these. So if the A goes down, we can cut to B. And then I also have a still image here that I programmed this, so as soon as I boot it up, this is working, so that I can test with, which is really great. And then we go out of this HDMI to a Blackmagic HDMI to SDI converter. And there's our cable there. And I'll walk you out on stage to show you what that looks like in just a second. But again, this has been really great because I have redundancy for lyrics. I have redundancy for presets, I have redundancy for tracks, for all of that. So then walking on stage, let me show you the back rack. This is a disaster right now, but what's cool, we have our GL iNet Wi-Fi router. This handles all the IP address stuff. Gives me a private Wi-Fi access point into here if I need it. Using our TP-Link router, this is the one with that PoE++ port, and that's important because right here is how we get to stage, that signal. So let me walk you on stage and show you where that ends up. It starts here, goes around there, and then goes over here, and I'll show you where it ends up just a sec. Okay, so that EtherCon cable comes up here on stage. We actually had, I hate rack panels, and I hate Ethernet pass-throughs on rack panels and USB pass-throughs. So this one actually went bad on tour. So we turn this around, and then this goes into the back of this rack. This goes into our PoE powered switch. So this is fully powered via PoE. And then we have a PoE splitter on top of there that is powering our mioXL via Ethernet. That's worked great. Then we go DIN out into our guitar player's HX effects right there. So there's our DIN connection. That's changing his presets automatically, which is great. And then we have an out here that comes out of that switch that goes across stage. That's right there. That goes over to our mioXM. That's not PoE powered, that's powered here, just because I didn't have another PoE splitter. And then we do 5-pin DIN over to our bass player's rig, which I'll show you where that is. So then here's our bass player's rig, just so you can see spatially, we were like right there, right under that lamp. And then there's 5-pin DIN to the HX Stomp XL. And that's worked really well. Teleprompter, that SDI cable is running there, along here. And then let's go over to our confidence monitor. This is like a little custom prompter, like wedge that's built into a TV that someone built that we're renting. And then we convert SDI to HDMI going into there. And there's our prompter monitor. Again, that's worked really well. But it's allowed us to, again, have redundant confidence monitor, redundant presets, and redundant playback. So that's a look through the rig, what we got going.